So last year, obviously, we were in the Fringe last year, and we had such great success. Obviously, the nomination for Best Drama. Last year it was a one-act play. This year it's a two-act play. So it's the same story, but I took a bit of time away from it, did a few other things, came back to it with fresh eyes, and I thought, right, we had amazing feedback, amazing reviews, and I thought we can really build on this. So here we are. I've rewritten the script. It's the same story, but I just feel like the story's just got a hell of a lot more meat in it now. So there's a few new characters in it as well, and yeah, it's basically a story about the Salford Pals in the First World War, and essentially it's a love story. So you get into the characters of Harper and Mary, who are the two main characters. You follow their sort of love story from initially signing up to going over to France, and you see her struggles back home, and you see his struggles right into each other. And I just want to try and make it as real as possible. And it's not just his story, it's the story of sort of camaraderie, friendship, because they're all pals battalions, they all sort of signed up themselves as friends. And yeah, so I just wanted to make it as real as possible and make it as poignant as possible, and just, you know, so here we are, back again. We had a few offers, but I just had to, you know, with Sue's schedule, my schedule, didn't put it on anywhere else. And I went into a couple of other plays, did a few other bits and stuff. I've got a business to run as well, so it was just nice to have a bit of time away from it, really, and reflect on it, which was the first thing I've ever written. So there's obviously things you learn and lessons you take on board, and obviously in Sue's direction and guidance, it's priceless, really. And yeah, I just feel like I've learned a lot, and it's always good to take a step back, I think, and we got it filmed as well, so I managed to watch it again. And I really did. I forgot how the show sort of went, you know, because you're on the stage and you watch it yourself, you watch the whole thing back and you think, wow, it's actually quite good, but there's so much more we can build on it. So yeah, here we are with the new characters, new script, and yeah.
I've got to say, his work ethic, and you can pay me later for this, but is phenomenal. I mean, you know, for somebody who's producing it and playing the lead in it, and he's written it, but he was never, you know, he always got his hands dirty, and you know, any job that needed doing, you know what it's like in Fringe, everybody mucks in, but he always went the extra mile, literally, and it's like, you know, we need this, we need that, and he would always just get it in the best costumes. And
well, Sue was the same. I mean, after even on the nights of the show, we'd stay and talk after, sometimes till like midnight, wasn't it? At 1 o'clock in the morning, talking about what we're going to do and how we're going to change things, and making sure we get everything right. And that's why I love working with Sue. Is someone that's got the same work ethic as me, and it all comes from passion, I think. If you're passionate about what you do, it doesn't matter how many hours you got to put in. It's all about the love of it, and you know,
and the actors were the same, to be fair. We had a cracking cast, and you know, they were all passionate about it. We all loved the play, didn't we, and really cared about it, you know. And also the other thing is, this does sound very lovey because we are praising each other a lot, but Danny's not precious, whereas you can sometimes get, and of course the Fringe is going to be about new writing, but you can get some writers who are a bit precious and don't take criticism, or oh, I want to keep that line. And you were so great about that, and that's what made us work so well together. That, do you know what I mean? We wanted the best for it. So
it's one thing writing the script, and then when you sort of put it on the floor, this line doesn't quite sit right, or this scene, let's look at this scene. And I'm open to do that.
And we tried lots of things. So we did improvisation with the actors, and everybody was kind of all gung-ho for that, you know. And yeah, it was great, because we really did feel that we got it to the best that it could be. But now it's exciting because we're going that extra mile with it being another act. So,
and I really do feel like it's got the legs. The reviews are just amazing. I still can't believe it now. I was looking back on Twitter the other day at all the audience feedback and stuff, and I thought, wow, I'm really excited to get started with rehearsals again. But first things first, we've got to get the auditions underway.
Yeah, there's a bit of casting still to do. We're lucky enough that we've got some of the cast, but there's still a few parts to cast. And then it's going to be at the Footlights in Media City on the 9th and the 14th of July. So it's quite nice, because if people come and really love it, hopefully on the 9th, they'll tell people, and that gives people time to book for the following week.
Well, they come back and bring all their friends.
Oh, they come again. Yeah. So, and then of course, actually, very luckily, it is going on to the Millgate in Saddleworth on the 11th of November, which is the anniversary, obviously, so very special, you know, for the first
Remembrance Day. Yeah.
The other play I'm directing is Peg and Bessie by DREW TOSH, and it was done as, I think maybe it was last year, possibly at Hope Mill, as a script in hand thing, which I wasn't part of. But anyway, and apparently well received. And Drew approached me and said those magical words of, "Sue, I would love you to direct my play," and suddenly I was in. So I'm a cheap date apparently, but anyway, I fell for flattery. And so I'm doing, I'm directing Peg and Bessie, which is going to be at 53-2 Theatre, and it's on the 18th, 19th, 20th and 21st of July. To tell you what it's about, basically Peg and Bessie are the most amazing sisters. They're not 21, they're quite a bit older than that, and Drew actually based them on some aunts, real aunts of his, you know, so they're steeped in history and his history too, which is great. And they're very different, and I can say that with my sister we adore each other, but we are very different, and even to look at us actually not necessarily look like sisters. So the casting of Peg and Bessie gives me a lot of freedom in that way. You've got to believe they're sisters, but they don't have to look alike or anything. But it's a comedy, but with a lot of pathos, and but it's very funny, and it's basically their loves and their lives and their relationship, and we go back in time with them, and the actresses get to play other parts, which is exciting for them. So I've still got to find them, those special people. But yeah, I'm really excited. It's good writing, so it's going to be good.